The days of India's sheepish posture at negotiation tables are long gone. The civilizational state is not just pushing for its immediate concerns to be solved, but also highlighting the issues which were believed to be on the back burner. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tejasvi Malhotra, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Coming back to the story, in this video I will tell you all you need to know about custom duty on digital exports and why Piyush Goyal has proposed it at WTO. The love-hate relationship between Piyush Goyal and the WTO is not going to end sooner. The Indian legend has gone full throttle on the organization which claims to regulate international trade. After asserting his unwillingness to step back on multiple issues like agricultural and fisheries subsidies, he has now proposed to charge export duty on digital products. At the 12th Ministerial Conference, Piyush Goyal categorically stated that exempting digital products from cross-border custom duties is an unfair discrimination against developing nations. He pressed for WTO members to take into account the economic, financial and developmental needs of developing nations before finalizing any agreement on e-commerce trade. Informing WTO members that small and medium enterprises in developing countries need space to grow, Goyal said, "I think this moratorium that has been continuing for 24 years needs to be reviewed, relooked at. The work program needs to be reinvigorated and must provide regulatory space for developing countries to provide a level playing field to domestic SMEs in the digital sector while continuing to contribute to their economies." The bone of contention is older than the fisheries subsidy issue. During the late 90s, sale of electronic products in Western countries was inching closer to saturation level. So they decided to push their products in what they termed as third world countries. But custom duties was a big issue. It drastically reduced the profit margin which these companies would make. So their governments asked WTO to impose a regime in which countries would not charge custom duties on the export of electronic transmission. But soon the importing countries realized that they were in for a huge loss. It is not that they do not benefit from these exemptions, but the extent to which this moratorium is structurally tilted in favor of developed nations is the problem. As Goyal apprised the uninformed WTO members that just between 2017 and 2020, countries lost $50 billion. Apparently, out of this humongous loss, 95% were borne by developing economies like India. Emphasizing how much the duty waiver is tilted against developing countries, Piyush Goyal added, while small exports of physical products like textiles, handloom, clothing, footwear, mainly based in developing countries, are facing both domestic taxes as well as custom duties. The big digital exporters are being exempted from custom duties due to the moratorium. Goyal's expertise in handling textile, handloom, among others, gives him a special insight on how these waivers are negatively affecting India's trade potential. The moratorium at WTO is extremely unfair. It is designed to serve the interest of developed countries. More specifically, it is designed to help them continue their hegemony for times to come. But India is not going to accept it, and is galvanizing like-minded nations. Though the moratorium has been extended for a brief period, but soon a structural change is on its way.